Hello everyone, welcome back to Reliving Old Videos, and this is the final episode for 2014, which means I'll be wrapping up. How devastating. 2015 has a few videos which I'll get onto next year, and after we watch this video, I'm gonna switch over to another screen where there's more of me, and we're just gonna have a little chat about. Wow, that sounded like I was a school teacher. You know how school teachers are like, no, it's fine. We're just going to have a chat about your behavior. We're just going to have a chat about the future of the Patreon and what I'll do while this is on hiatus until next year. And I'm thinking that I will continue the Reliving series as initially planned. But so what was initially planned was... Sorry, my mind's... I've had a long day. I got up at 4:20 a.m. this morning, and then I played Deus Ex all morning with you guys in the Discord. And anyway, as I was saying, the plan with this stuff was I was going to do it 5 years behind. And 5 years behind 2019 is 2014, and this is the... Actually, it's the second last 2014 video. This came out in between Max Payne 2 and 3. But that was a good trilogy to do all in one video. And yeah, once I do the 2015 videos, I'll do the 2016 videos in 2021, presumably, unless I change my mind, which I might, because 4 years is a long time and 3 years is a long time. But I think I'm becoming quite jaded with this very series, and I would like to give it a break, refresh my thoughts. So even if I go back into it and just blast through up to like 2018 next year, I still think that I would need the break between now and then just to sort of refresh my thoughts, because if you haven't noticed, I've been slow on these, and that's simply because I've been kind of lazy, but also a lot's been going on. I've been moving place, but we'll get into that later. This is a video called Mini-Me's Game Reviews, and right off the bat, I'm going to put it in the unrankable, because this was a channel trailer. And the thing about channel trailers is, let me just fit this in here. Back in the day, YouTube, or still to this day, YouTube really recommends, if you go on your page and you don't have a channel trailer, YouTube whinges and they're like, you should make a channel trailer, show people the best thing about your channel. But the thing is about channel trailers is I've never seen one that's been particularly good. And I think that this is also a really bad one, but I think that nothing shows off your channel better than just a video. Audiences don't want a creator to tell them that their videos are good. They just want to see the videos and decide for themselves if those videos are good. So I'm a big non-believer in channel trailers if you're a YouTuber yourself. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Anyway, this is a 40-second video, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to fly through it. It only has like 40 views, 46 views, 2 likes, no comments. Unlisted, quite cringy from memory. And it has a AWP 5K from CSGO that I got and I was proud of, so I wanted to put it in a video somewhere. And I recorded guitar in the background, which is very funny as well. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, my name is Minime123 according to YouTube, and I make game reviews. So find a game you like, check it out, should be fun. Subscribe if you like, or don't subscribe, just do whatever you want, chill, watching reviews, should be good. So I guess that was that. I talked for like 2 seconds there. There's not really a lot to say. The 5K was okay, though I definitely should have died at some point. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that video. I don't like it. I think my humor's out of whack, but you can see that I'm trying to be a bit more human and relatable. yeah, I hope that was an interesting curiosity for any of you that were interested. And we're going to jump now. 3, 2, 1. Hello? Hi? We're still working? Okay, I'm really not used to OBS, so this is all a little bit new to me. I'm moving house. I'm moving out of this room. So the reason things have been a little slower is because the house I'm living in is getting sold, and I'm needing to find a new rental, which involves getting rid of a lot of old furniture because the place I'm moving into is a lot smaller, and generally just tidying up this house. You notice that the Sims thing behind me is no longer there. So yeah, I've been super busy, and I don't like saying that I've been super busy on Patreon because I feel like no one wants to hear it. Every YouTuber says they're busy, but I have been super fucking busy compared to usual, at least. But otherwise, I'm working on Quantum of Solace, which is a very exciting video. I finished the script. It's a lot longer. It's a lot bigger in scope than I initially thought. I know that some of you that chat with me on Discord know this. But basically, I started out wanting to do like play the game in 4 hours and just write the script and bang, and then multiplayer still worked on PS3, so I got a group of you together and we played online multiplayer on PS3. And then after that, I reached out to the developer and he got into all this stuff about how it had this horrible development period and the Bond team didn't care about it and all this stuff. So between multiplayer and that, I wrote out the entire script, and while I was like reading through it, I got to a point where I was like, you know what? There's a lot of speculation on why the game turned out like it is, so I think I should just not have any more speculation. I should just actually reach out to people. And then I had to rewrite the script because the information I got out of that was pretty interesting. But yeah, that'll be coming out in the next few days, hopefully, probably. And yeah, so as far as this series, Reliving, not being a thing anymore, it's not going to be a thing anymore until 2020, as I said at the start. So what I'm going to do, I'm thinking, and I kind of want to know your opinion on this if you're watching. I'm thinking, so every 2 months I do a Q&A, and at the end of this month I'm going to be doing a Q&A. And I also do a monthly blog every month. I'm thinking there's a Q&A and a written blog 1 month, and then on every other month I eliminate the written blog and I replace it with a video version of the blog where I ramble like this, hopefully in a better frame than this, and sort of give you a little less written and a little more human, a little more chatty way of updating you guys and telling you where I'm at with the YouTube. So let me know what you think of that idea. I think that's the go. And let me know if you want to see Reliving continue, even though I've basically decided at this point that I want it to continue because there's I mentioned that I was thinking about discontinuing it, and enough of you came out and mentioned that you actually really like the series, which is good. I'm glad. I think it's an insightful little series. I hope it is for some of you. I think the ones of you that are creators yourselves probably find something interesting about it. You can probably dodge a lot of the mistakes I made with this sort of stuff. But yeah, let me know what you think of that plan. I don't know if there's anything else going on in my life. Sopranos, the game. Should I be spoiling this stuff? I won't spoil the one after. So yeah, I'm working on the Sopranos, the game, and that's actually quite far through in the scripting as well, so that shouldn't be too far off. But the one after that is okay. I'm gonna make a point not to spoil my upcoming videos as much as I do, but I'm excited by them and I like talking about them. A video upcoming after Sopranos is something that I don't think I've really done on this channel ever, in a certain way. It's still a game review. It's a review of a game, but it's I guess the type of game is quite different. And I'll be looking at it through a very, very different lens. So yeah, that's exciting. Sorry for being so vague. I shouldn't apologize. I'm trying to build hype. Yeah, thank you all who came along to Deus Ex this morning. If you don't know what's going on with that, if you join the Discord, we are trying to have game nights for interesting games. And this morning was Deus Ex. A couple of weeks ago was Quantum of Solace. And the next one will be Rogue Warrior on PS3. So if you're interested in sort of the novelty of playing a dead game and sort of reviving it, then I think you should check that stuff out. You can join the Discord and type !multi, and that way you'll get a notification every time we're sort of organizing a game night, so you can see if you're interested in playing that game. I think there's a lot of interesting games. I think like Driver San Francisco should be cool. Could be cool, rather. Should be if we get around to it. Kane and Lynch is another one. Star Wars Battlefront maybe, but if we can get enough people, I guess. There's a good handful of games that I think could be really fun. We learnt this morning that Deus Ex was a little more tricky because it's an old game which doesn't run great on newer systems, and getting multiplayer working took a little bit of INI file editing, which was a little more of a hassle than it was probably worth. But I guess going forwards, I'm going to aim to make it as simple and as easy as possible, and pick games that are very easy to play online, because this one was a bit of a disaster until we got it going and it was quite fun. But by that point, I think at least I was a bit burnt out, and it seemed like you guys were too. But yeah, Quantum of Solace went great. We just kind of joined and off we went. And I think Rogue Warrior is just PS3 matchmaking. Just join and off we go. So I'm going to aim for a lot more of that from now on. Learning lessons, a bit of rough patches to sort out. Yeah. I don't know how long this video has been going on. I don't know how OBS works. Oh, something else I want to talk about. When I move into this new place, presumably, I don't actually know where I'm moving. That's the thing. So this place is going to sell, and then I'll have a 6-week period to find a place. And I'm going to find a place with my girlfriend, and we've thought of a few suburbs that suit us financially and location-wise. Still in Sydney. And internet will be on the list of needs, considering what I do. And once we move, streaming is on the menu. So I'm not going to focus hard on streaming initially, but even as an end goal at this point, I don't see it as a thing that I'll focus hard on. I think YouTubing and making videos will always be my main avenue of content creation. But I would like to branch out into podcasting and streaming at some point in the future. So if you have any thoughts on that, feel free to share them. But as far as streaming goes, I'm thinking once a week streams that maybe go for like 1 or 2 hours tops, and keeping them very focused, very streamlined, and very... Because as far as me liking streams, I don't watch very many streams, and when I do, they're by my favorite creators. And like, I can't watch someone who streams every night at all. I don't find it relaxing. I just find it annoying. I know some people find it really relaxing. But those streams, the handful of streams that I have enjoyed, are usually really, really sort of like, okay, this is what we're doing tonight. We're going to do this for a couple of hours. We're going to hang out. So like, I guess what I mean by that is like, I don't want to be streaming long enough that I get completely disengaged with what's going on, or at least half disengaged. So for example, say if I was streaming Driver 3. That's an exception because I fucking love Driver 3, and I might do like a full game stream sometime for charity or some shit. I don't know. But say if I was streaming Driver 3, I can play Driver 3 for a couple of hours, and I can rattle off facts about the cast and the development and Driver 3 gate, and I can talk about Driver 3 a lot. I have childhood anecdotes, and I have that sort of thing. But after 2 or 3 hours, I'd probably run out of things interesting to say, and at that point, I would like to end the stream rather than like try and be entertaining in the game, or try and have highlights, or try and, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep him really, really focused, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So it'd be once a week. It'd be low... I don't know what the word is, but it'd be like low impact on my week, if that makes sense. But I'd give myself an entire week to refresh before the next stream, and then, you know, that'd be a cool way of doing things. So yeah, streaming's on the menu. It's a weird thing to say. I don't like on the menu. I was just thinking of Lord of the Rings today, and they say that on the menu Urukai line, where they're like, hobbits are on the menu. I can't remember what the line is. Anyway, sorry, I'm very rambly, very tired. Yeah, podcasts are another thing I'd like to do. They're probably further off in the future. And I haven't quite conceptualized how I'd like to do that. I've come up with some sort of more, I don't want to say gimmicky ideas, but I think ideas that I think something that podcasts could benefit from marketing wise is sort of having a hook. So there's a few ideas I've been toying with other YouTubers I like and other friends of mine, where we sort of like okay, so there was a Danny O'Dwyer, who's the No Clip guy. There was a Danny O'Dwyer podcast from years ago prior to No Clip that I really liked called A Tournament of Lies. And what he did in that podcast was, with his two mates, ranked every game ever made. And his fan base sent in games via email, and he'd add them to this gigantic fucking list of games. And they'd just argue and endlessly argue. And I think that's a really fun concept for a podcast. I think it's not vague, it's easily saleable. It's just like, oh, here's this cool podcast where they rank every game ever, and it just becomes stupid and ridiculous. And that's why it's called A Tournament of Lies. And I'd like to do something similar in a more higher concept. Not high concept. Something similar in a more gimmicky but fascinating way that allows me to talk about games and old shit that I like without being completely arbitrary. I don't want a podcast. Maybe I do. Maybe I can pull off a podcast where it's just like, we talk about just games in general, but I feel like that's not as marketable and maybe not as interesting. But I suppose for you guys who are patrons who are hearing this right now, you'd be more interested in that. Yeah, I've been talking for a while now, so I'm going to hop off. I can't believe this is a reliving video. This is the oddest reliving video yet, where I covered the video for 2 minutes and I rambled about YouTube for 20 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. It does say how long I've been recording for, 17 minutes and 10 seconds. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything more I need to say, but basically think like this format, think like me chatting right now, and extend that to bi-monthly vlogs that replace that blog for that month. And every other month is a Q&A coupled with a written vlog. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the Reliving series. If you've stuck with this the whole time, I hope you're fascinated by it. There'll be a season 2 next year, and I'll see you all soon.